everyone. Lauren Culp here, President and CEO at CUInsight.com, and I'm bringing you a 3 questions video interview today. It's going to be a good one. We've got some really special guests joining me. First up, we have the president of Nymbus, Janclaes, here with us. We're so excited, John. Thanks for joining. His guest, Taylor Nelms, the Senior Director of Market Insights and Advisory Services at the Filene Research Institute. Taylor, thanks for joining.
Thanks so much for having us, Lauren.
Well, we have a really special conversation talking about small and mid-sized businesses and a really special project between Nymbus and Filene. John, can you tell us about the partnership? We'll start with you. Partnership and the decision to focus on small and mid-sized businesses.
Of course, yeah. So, we're out there talking to credit unions all the time, and a reoccurring theme was folks were wanting to know more about SMB, or they were frustrated with their technology that they had to help them serve small businesses. And so we thought, what, we need to dig deeper into this. And so naturally, we thought of Filene. We turned to folks who can do deep research and give us the highlights about, what's the full discussion, what's the full data set around small business banking as an opportunity for credit unions. And so that was the genesis of the partnership, but it all started with just listening to a lot of my peers.
Awesome. Taylor, what about from your side? What was the decision for the partnership on really small, mid-sized businesses?
Well, Lauren, as you know, Filene is interested in helping credit unions better serve their members and grow their ability to serve new members. And focusing on small businesses does both of those things. There are already small business owners in credit unions and members of credit unions, and there's a lot of opportunities for credit unions to grow their membership, grow their revenue, grow their impact in the community by serving small businesses. So for Filene, this was a win-win. And I'll just add on the ability to work with folks like John and his team at Nymbus, who have already done a lot of the hard work to scope the opportunity, understand what credit unions need, and start building solutions that credit unions can use, plug and play. I think, again, just elevates the partnership to a new level.
Well, in a past life, for me, I was doing some business banking and business lending at a credit union. And so this is a conversation near and dear to my heart because I know there are so many areas of opportunity for credit unions to really improve what they can offer to small business clients. So what did the project entail? Taylor, can I start with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Nymbus came to us with a few questions. We wanted to understand and maybe validate for credit unions and partners out there, what's the size of the opportunity? What's the scope of the opportunity? What's the various ways that credit unions can benefit from really focusing on serving small businesses comprehensively, small business owners and entrepreneurs specifically. But then secondly, we wanted to understand the changing landscape of small business in the United States. We've had more new small businesses created in 21 and 2022 than at any other point in the history of the United States, just about. And so the needs of small businesses are changing really rapidly, and they're already piecing together financial products and services from a variety of providers to meet those needs. So we wanted to understand, what's that opportunity for credit unions, but then how can credit unions really meet those evolving needs of small businesses?
John, do you have anything you would add?
Well, I was just surprised at what Taylor was calling out to us, just the size of the opportunity, 32 million small businesses. Yeah. 50% of those are just about with the big money centers. And here's what was interesting to me, that over half of them, actually with 67%, said, you know what, I would leave the big money center because I don't feel like they're doing a good job for me. And I'm willing to, consider another financial institution, which of course could be a credit union. But credit unions right now are only 10% market share of this. So pretty big opportunity there. But here's also the warning shot that came through the research. They're just as willing to go to a fintech, half of them are, right, than to a credit union. So we know the competition is out there with some new fintech. So this is like an opportunity to seize now as this, dissatisfaction is going to be remedied by somebody. Why not a credit union?
All right. Well, really, really good context around why the project matters. And I'm so excited to hear the outcome. So what were the findings of the report? And John, can I start with you this time?
Oh, sure. I mean, so folks are ready to move as we talked about, but the jobs to be done are really doable for credit unions, right? The things that they're looking for. This goes beyond the loan and deposit products. They're looking for people who can help them manage their business better. And so we've been very intentional about putting those kind of tools into our solution at Nymbus. And there's other good solutions out there too. But that's really key to center on, because a lot of these small businesses are sole proprietors. and their hands are really busy, and they need help with like the accounting, the interfaces, setting up invoices, setting up spending folders so they can track kind of how the business is doing and different things. So it's more than just loans and deposits. These jobs to help to enable their business really stuck out.
We sat down with kind of both sides of the market, talking directly with small business owners and entrepreneurs from a variety of sectors, different sizes of organization, to really dig into how do they manage the finances of their business alongside their personal finances. And then we talked to credit union leaders as well, who were looking to expand their ability to meet those the financial needs of small businesses, to better understand what are the roadblocks that they're facing. And I think one of the things that I was really struck by in this research is the diversity already present in the small business space, right? We tend to think of small businesses, maybe you might think of local small businesses, right, in that kind of, the bar and grill down the street or the freelance graphic designer. There's some stereotypes I think we have about what a small business is. We found loads and loads of small businesses, sole proprietorships, especially as John was saying, most small businesses are sole proprietorships, but also employer small businesses that come in all shapes, sizes, and with really specific financial needs dependent upon what industry they're in, how mature they are in the small business life cycle, and the particularities really of how they're managing, again, business finances along their own personal finances. So we think it's important, one of the big findings from the research, really important for credit unions to align who they're serving within that wider kind of small business market with their strategy as a credit union overall. What's their field of membership look like on the consumer side? How might that align with the small business world? What does their growth strategy look like, and what are the needs there, and how can they align that with serving particular verticals, particular sectors, or particular types of small businesses? So I think that was the thing that I was most struck by, is the real variety of needs in the small business space and how quickly those are changing as what a small business is really changes from, again, that kind of brick and mortar Main Street to businesses that are primarily digital, right? Independent workers, gig workers, influencers even. So we have a variety of small businesses represented in the two reports, one published, one coming out here in December, that I think will shed some light on those new and emerging needs.
Well, we're going to link to the report that's out now, and we'll put a link to the Filene website so that you can see the report that is coming as well. But as we wrap up the conversation, John, Taylor, do you have any final thoughts for our audience today?
Well, if you haven't looked at small business banking lately, it's time to look at it again as an opportunity. And there's some really amazing solutions to help you enter the space if you've not been there, or if you're confounded by your technology that you have today and it needs to be modernized. There's some real good options out there now.
Yeah, I'll just double down on that and to say that what we found when talking with small business owners was that technology-first solutions and interoperability were two things that were top of their list, and credit unions' ability to deliver on those needs really is going to have to proceed through partnerships.
Amazing. Well, speaking of partnerships, no better partner than Nymbus in the credit union space. We're going to link to some contact information for John's team over at Nymbus if you would like to learn more. That will be right here in the post. In the meantime, John, Taylor, thank you so much for taking some time. I'm excited to dig further into the research report myself, and I am sure quite a few credit union leaders will be doing the same. Thanks, everybody. Take care, and thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in today. We will be back again next time.